Good morning, Geneva. I'm Priscilla, and this is my co-host Joy, reporting live from Shelley Studios, your #1 news source for the trial of Victor Frankenstein.
Victor Frankenstein is being accused for the murder of his little brother William through his creation of a creature.
Stay tuned because up next we have interviews with two key witnesses, the creature and Victor Frankenstein himself. But now to Emily.
Thanks, Vasuda. Tell me, Victor, how do you feel after the death of your dear brother?
It's terrible, you know. I love all my family, and it hurts every day after the death of such a wonderful person.
I'm very sorry to hear that. And why do you believe you're innocent in the first place?
You know, the monster did it. I mean, I did create him, but I had wonderful intentions for him. And, you know, I couldn't control it, and it's he did it, not me.
And why did you create the monster?
I created the monster, again, like I said. I planned out some wonderful things. I wanted to create a wonderful creature, and just didn't happen that way.
Well, thank you for your time, and good luck at the trial. Here comes the creature. Tell me, creature, how has Victor's neglect towards you caused you to take your revenge out on his younger brother, William?
Well, when Victor abandoned me, I felt lonely and I wanted him to feel the same way I did. So I killed William so that, because he was his brother, I felt that would make him feel the same way I did.
Had Victor treated you differently, would you have still killed his brother?
I don't think I would have, because my intentions behind killing William were because of Victor and because of his abandonment. I wanted him to feel the same way. So if he hadn't abandoned me, I wouldn't have had those feelings, so I wouldn't have killed William.
Very interesting. Why is Victor responsible and not you?
Well, because my intentions behind it were because of Victor, and if Victor hadn't created me and abandoned me, then I would have never killed William. So that leaves Victor responsible.
Well, thank you for taking your time with this interview. Back to you, Vasuda and Joy.
Lightning fast interviews. They really brought me back to life.
Seriously, this isn't helping our TV ratings.
But everyone loves a killer pun.
Anyways, we have the prosecution lawyer here in the studio with us. What are you hoping to charge Victor with?
Involuntary manslaughter and due to criminal negligence.
Hey.
How are you planning to prosecute him?
We are planning to use the witnesses and the evidence to show that the creature's actions are a result of Victor's, and yes.
Okay. Do you feel the jury may be biased in any way against your witness, creature?
Well, Vasuda, since the creature is hideous as anything, we think that the jury will judge his appearance before what he actually has to say, therefore messing with the final outcome, but our evidence is solid enough.
Okay, never judge a book by its cover. Thank you.
Thank you for meeting with us. Next up, the defense lawyers. The evidence to defend Victor.
Victor never actually talked to the creature or influenced him in any way.
So what do you think are your chances of winning this case?
We're pretty confident in our side of the case, but we received strong threats from the prosecution.
Like what?
Death threats.
Oh.
What makes your witnesses relevant to your case?
Victor is on trial, and Henry and Elizabeth also knew him in childhood, so they knew what he was like as a child.
Okay, well, I'm sure you have to get to the courthouse soon, so we'll see you later, Will.
Speaking of which, let's listen to some parts of the case.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I do.
So, creature, who and what are you?
Creature?
Are you not a creation of Victor Frankenstein?
I am.
So, what were your first impressions of the world after he created you?
I was fascinated with the world and longed for the comfort of humans, and when I discovered what birds and the sounds they made and what flowers were, I instantly fell in love with them.
How do you feel about your creator? Mr. Frankenstein?
At first, I wanted to get to know him, but I discovered his scientific journals and found that he abandoned me. So then I felt hatred towards him and wanted to get revenge.
And how easy was it for you to kill William Frankenstein?
Well, it was really easy. However, I wasn't trying to kill William. I was simply trying to silence him from his screaming, and I grabbed his throat, and I didn't realize how strong Victor had made me, so that's what killed William.
And based on everything you've been through since your creation, do you consider yourself a holy creature?
No, I consider myself an envelope saint.
And if you could bring William back to life, would you?
Yes, I would.
Tell me, who do you think is going to win this trial, the prosecution or the defense?
I think the defense is going to win this trial because I think we had more evidence at our point, and our evidence was more reliable.
Well, thank you for your time, Henry, and good luck.
And breaking news, the verdict is in.
In the case of Victor Frankenstein, we find the defendant not guilty.
Woo! And here's Emily with some post-trial interviews.
And I'm here on the winning side of this trial, the defense lawyers. Tell me, Mackenzie, how did you use the cross-examination for your advantage?
I used it to my advantage by attacking their weak points in the argument.
Very interesting. And Emily, what is your biggest regret, although your team did save Victor Frankenstein from jail time?
Well, that's true. There's little to regret, but it would be wonderful if we had used more textual evidence.
Thank you. And Will, where are you guys going to celebrate this great victory?
We're going to Disney World.
Thank you. Back to you, Missy.
Well, now that the results of the trial are in, I'm here with the prosecution lawyers. Tell me, Rebecca, what was your biggest regret from this trial?
I think my biggest regret from this trial was prosecuting Victor in the first place because obviously this jury was biased. They had their own research. They came
Jury!
They came in with their own opinions. They knew what was going on. They knew the whole entire case, unlike an actual trial in which the jury would have no idea what was going on.
Very interesting. I wonder how the jury feels about that. Well, Gio, are you planning on appealing this case to a higher level?
Yep.
And Lance, do you have any messages for Victor Frankenstein out there?
You are guilty. They told you not to make it, and then you made it. And then it did bad things.
Amen.
Then you want to wash your hands of all the bad? It's not the way it works.
Well, very interesting. Thank you for your time, and I'm sorry about your loss.
How do you guys feel about what Rebecca said about you guys being biased?
We pretty healthy thinking, kind of guilty, but yeah. I mean, the defense did a good job of proving they were not guilty because
they stated that Victor actually never knew the monster while it was still impressionable, so he couldn't have had an influence on its life.
Exactly.
So the monster made its own decisions.
Okay, thanks. Well, it's a very eventful day in Geneva, and I'm glad we were here to share every waking moment with our viewers.
Tomorrow come back for a special on the allegations against Dracula. Let's hope it doesn't suck.
And let's hope you get some new puns. Stay classy, Geneva.